Hi there and welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Thanks for tuning in. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, take a second, hit subscribe, and of course don't forget to like and share. When you hear the word passion, what do you think? I'll be honest, when I hear the word passion, I think of hot, amazing sex. Okay? Passionate, you love, you feel, you have all these great emotions. That's what comes to my mind when I hear the word passion. And I think that's from too many romance novels. But the reality is, passion means so much more. We're each passionate about different things in our lives. It's definitely not just about love. It's not about that gut feeling of wanting to be with somebody. It's about being who you are and being passionate about what you do, about causes you feel strongly about, anything that catches you and makes you want to go that extra mile to express your passion for it. When I was in high school, I was just going to school trying to get straight A's so I could go on to a great university. And I was told that I should take art. And I had taken art in, elementary school. And yeah, it was all right. A lot of crafty things. It wasn't really art. It was about making pretty things. But my high school, it was my first experience of actually experiencing what art was about. The creativity that I felt and the passion I felt from my art teacher at that time was contagious, and it was inspiring. She talked about some of the great artists of the world and how they inspired her artwork and how her work evolved and how passionate she was about the art community. Hearing passion in that term related to a subject at school, really was eye-opening for me. And she told us that we could create and express ourselves through art. And it didn't have to be traditional crafty things like I had learned in elementary school, but it could be through painting or drawing or multimedia or photography. My eyes were open to something amazing. I had so much passion inside of me, so many things I felt passionately about. And now I was able to express how I felt about them through my art. I remember in grade 10 maybe, I did an art piece, and it was about apartheid. Yes, something was happening continents away from me that I really probably didn't know enough about, but I felt very strongly about it. I started to read all the news articles, and I started to see the blood that was being shed and the injustice and all of those things. And for me, I just really couldn't comprehend how anybody could be going through that in a whole country. And I wanted to learn more. And I did this art piece, and I remember it. It probably wasn't the best art piece I'd ever done, but I wanted my passion to come through on something that I felt very passionate about. And I had taken all of these news articles that I read. Reflecting back now, probably not the best thing, because many of those articles probably were biased and probably didn't give the full picture of everything experiencing for everybody, but it still was terrible in my mind of what was happening. I then casted two hands together in plaster, and one was black and one was white, and they were actually neutral colors, skin colors, not black, and they were together. And for me, that was a sense of unity, of things that needed to happen. Another art piece I created, and thinking back, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you're so tacky, but this was high school, guys, keep that in mind, okay? I was really, really big about recycling and about pollution and about the world and how we were losing our world due to all of our neglect and things that we were taking for granted. So I created a globe, and around the globe I had garbage. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? And the continents were all made of chewing gum, because gum isn't really biodegradable. So in my mind, I was expressing things I was passionate about through art. As I grew up and I got a little bit more mature and I went to university for art, I realized my passion for art had evolved far, 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 far from where I was in high school. So yes, I could express my inner beliefs and thoughts that I was passionate about, but my passion for the art from the past, my passion for bringing people in my world into the art world was so important, because I had this amazing feeling deep down that I got when I did art. I was happy, I was peaceful, and I wanted to share it with the world. I remember taking my little sister Patricia to the art gallery, and this was a big deal. Patricia was my shadow, and she looked up to me. I was her role model, and I wanted to share with her my passion for art. So we went to the AGO, the Art Gallery of Ontario, and I took her to all the different art displays, and I had said to her as I went in, I want you to tell me, after we see everything in the galleries, what your favorite art piece was. Now this was a big task, because let's face it, I think she was maybe 10, 11. So we saw a lot of artwork, everything from the traditional, artist, from some of the masterpieces that were important for her to learn about, but also some of the avant-garde pop art culture and installation art. A lot of things, some Canadian artists, some sculpture, paintings, so many things that I was loving, and I was telling her all the background in it. We were reading all the little tags, and we were talking about the color and the composition, and she pretended she really, really enjoyed it. And I remember saying to her at the end, okay, so what's your favorite? And she said, Walking Woman by Michael Snow. And it was these sculptures of these women that were just walking. And it was really a really unique piece, and it was a Canadian artist. And I realized that she was passionate about that piece because I was passionate about it. But that's okay. So she was excited, and I bought her a little sketchbook with Walking Woman on the cover of it, and to me that was great because she had become my protege. I was going to teach her everything there was to know about art. I worked in an art gallery. I wore the black all the time, dyed my hair funky colors. I really bought into the art world because that's where my passion was at that time. Slowly but surely, Patricia's interest in art really waned, and I was really disappointed. But I learned my first lesson about passion. It's personal. You can't put what you're passionate on others. It has to be their passion. As time evolved, my passions changed. I still love art, I still appreciate it, but it's not my passion anymore. Probably because I got discouraged after losing my vision. It wasn't the same feeling. I wasn't producing the same art quality that I had been in university. But I developed a new passion, and that was for helping others. This became a big passion for me, that I wanted to give back. I wanted to help other people with disabilities because I felt good about it, and I was good at it. So not only was I feeling this passion, this need to help, but I felt great doing it. So when you get that amazing warm sensation in your body when you're giving back and you're doing something you're passionate about, there's nothing better. So when I started Connect for Life and Voices for Ability, I kept seeing all the results that were happening to my different clients and the experiences they were experiencing. But what they didn't realize was my passion was being set on fire. I was loving every second of it because that's what it was telling me inside what I needed to be doing. Passion is an amazing thing. As I mentioned, it's going to be yours, it's going to be personal. But we also have to take passion within moderation. When you're passionate about something, you tend to be expressive. I'm Italian, I speak with my hands. I get very passionate about some people. When they get passionate, they raise their voice and they yell, or they come across as they're screaming or being aggressive. When you're passionate about something, sometimes too, you may take it to the far extreme. You may think you're doing something positive by expressing how passionate you are about something. And this goes a long way when it comes to the disability community, when we advocate for ourselves and for others and the injustices that are faced. We want people to listen to us, and we're so passionate about how we feel and what we're saying, but when we're yelling and expressing it in a very confrontational way, passion can come across as a negative. I've been told that I'm a little bit too passionate when it comes to making sure that I have the rights of others, my clients, and other people with disabilities being seen, because when I see something being done that's wrong, or somebody's being wronged, I speak up and I don't hold back because it's wrong. And so yes, my passion can sometimes take me to the other side. So I have to be mindful So we can't expect others to share our passion. So when I started my charity, I was so passionate about it. I wanted everybody to be just as passionate. And when my volunteers came on, they were definitely impressed and wanted to give back, but they didn't have my passion. And I thought, well, no, this isn't going to work. But the reality is we have to understand that people may enjoy and want to give back and help, but they may not share your passion. And that's okay, because nobody can tell others what they should be passionate about. I definitely wouldn't be passionate about sports. I wouldn't be passionate about cars. So a lot of things I wouldn't be passionate about. So I could never expect somebody who's passionate about things that I don't have any interest in to be passionate about the things I do. The great thing about passion is that it's something that makes us happy, something warm and excited about, and we can share it with others without expectations. What are you passionate about? Have you found your passion? And I'm not just talking about the physical love and intimacy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about passion for life, the passion about a cause you feel strongly about. There's so many out there, so many to choose from. But find what you're passionate about and do something about it. Don't let that passion die. Passion may change, as I did for my art to helping others, but that passion plays a big part of who you are. So I encourage you to explore your different passions. I'm not saying you should ignore that passion about the romantic and intimacy. That's always good passion too. But being passionate about something in your life is important. So think about it, do some soul searching, and find out what it is you're passionate about. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, and please share, okay? Be passionate every day of your life. Till next time, see ya.